Wednesday night highlight. We're going to start the show from the bowling alley again because we're on the road once again this weekend. Well, kind of. It's down the road. We're going to St. Louis, but we got the team here. We got Grid. We got Mr. Fair. We got Cass. Kayla's here as well. A little backwards way. But, yeah. Wednesday night highlight. Everyone gets 2 shots. Y'all guys know the drill by now, right? No mulligans for Connor this week, though. No mulligans.
That's right.
We are still in first place. Still single-digit losses, so we'll see if it holds. Wednesday night highlight.
Ball down. Yeah, baby.
Fucking same, baby.
Bad kid. Your candy's
Literally, I was about to do
It's all produce except for the
Too easy. Hello, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that Wednesday night highlight there. I started with it this week. Didn't get any videos of like shots and stuff at the tournament just 'cause didn't work out. Didn't have anybody there to take them. I mean, I know the females, McKendree girls had the varsity team had a home tournament. The JV team was at a tournament as well, so didn't really have anyone to take videos there. Didn't take anything on the bus because it was a short bus ride, so there was really no point. We didn't stay in a hotel, obviously, but we took a trip over to St. Louis for the Lions Classic. I was called up to varsity for this tournament, and I mean, it was a great experience, honestly. I mean, just I didn't bowl. I got a couple fill shots here and there. But well, big picture, came up short. Lindenwood, I think Lindenwood's varsity and JV team won both divisions this year. Last year, McKendree's JV and varsity teams won. But end of the day, we came up short. I mean, it's just a rough tournament. I didn't do much. I filled out the clipboard and controlled the iPad a little bit. And I mean, that comes with the territory. I mean, everyone's done it at some point in their college careers. They've sat the bench, I guess. It's not really a great way of putting it because everyone's vital. Everyone's got an important role. It's just what I needed to do to beat this pattern, to play this pattern, are just things that I haven't been working on, which now I'm going to work on them. I mean, bowling at St. Clair forever. I think they have it fixed now. Maybe. We'll find out. There was a rumor that it might be fixed now. I don't know. But the oil machine always took oil down the left side with it, like a streak of oil, maybe 2 boards thick, down the left side from about board 2.5 to 4.5, which is a big part of the lefty's game. So for the last year and a half, I've had to play away from that, right? So, because if I mean, it's a, I don't know if it's a running joke or if it's just a thing. Like, I know me and the other lefty on our team now, and Kayla, the lefty on the women's team, we always say, it's like, I mean, if you hit the 2 board at St. Clair, wave bye-bye to it. It's not coming back. So, unfortunately, for me today and yesterday, that's where I needed to play. And playing straight up the gutter, playing the 2 or 3 boards straight up the gutter, I mean, it's a hard thing to do. Like, you got less than 3 inches of room there, and I mean, you think about it close up, you're like, oh wow, 3 inches. I mean, that's a big mark. If I can't hit that, what am I doing? Which, yeah, I guess it's not 3 inches, but I have to play the 3 board, which is like, point is I had to play where I hadn't practiced. I had to play things that I wasn't really comfortable doing because of the practice conditions that I've been on. That's one reason, but seeing this weekend and seeing how much that I'm going to need to develop that into my game, I even told the team today, I said, look, I'm going to grind on playing straight up the gutter. I'm going to get better at it. I'm going to master it. I'm going to develop it, because if this comes up again in a tournament, which as a lefty it's going to, there's no doubt about it, I need to be able to be comfortable playing up the 1, 2, 3 board, right up that gutter. And anybody who bowls knows, I mean, playing next to that gutter, it can be scary. The gutter scares you sometimes. You like to yank it over your toes sometimes just because you're trying to make sure it stays out of the gutter. So, and that's all on me. Like, it's just something else I got to work on, something else I got to develop. So we're gonna work on that starting this week. Like, I had a couple of teammates, Jorge said that the format wasn't really built for me. Dennis said the pattern wasn't really a good fit for me. And I appreciate them saying that, trying to comfort me, to calm me down a little bit. I mean, I wasn't frustrated. I wasn't really mad. I was a little frustrated with myself, but at the end of the day, it comes down to not executing the shots. I had a couple shots in warm-ups on the first day that were really good. And one of them, the last shot I threw of warm-ups on the first day, buried the pocket 10 back, no doubt about it. Felt great off my hand and went right up that 2, 3, 4 board, right in that area, and clobbered that pocket. I just couldn't do it consistently. And then day 2, same thing. Like, as I was warming up, I had a couple of really good looks at it, and 2 or 3 really good shots. 2 really good shots, 1 okay shot. But when you are on the varsity roster, having okay shots, how do I word it? I mean, it's not, you're not going to bowl. Like, when you're bowling on JV, you can miss. Your leash is a little bit, excuse me, your leash is a little bit longer. If you miss the pocket, as long as you're picking up your spares, you're probably still going to bowl. Stuff like that. Pull it over your toe, it goes Brooklyn, pick up your spare, you're good. You start doing that You do that on varsity and warm-ups, you're not bowling. And it's not really a punishment thing. It's more of a, these guys are that good. I mean, we've got guys on our team that are going to go professional, and some of them, I believe, can win titles. I mean, when those are your teammates, like, if you miss the pocket, if you can't show in practice that very, very, very short amount of time that you can hit the pocket, I think you're probably not going to bowl. And I get that, and that's on me, because I say it's on me because I hit the pocket. I buried it 2 or 3 times this weekend. But it was during warm-ups. So, I don't know. It's one of those things that's like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's a little frustrating coming up short in a tournament that we all believe we should have won, but in both divisions, realistically. So, I mean, it's on me, though. It's not, I don't buy into that whole, as much as people are going to tell me that sometimes the left's just not playable, sometimes the left's just not playable. And I'm like, I will accept sometimes the left is just brutally hard. I will not accept that you just can't play the left. Like, that doesn't compute in my brain. It just, nah. There's times that you're going to have to be much more accurate than others, and there's going to be times where you don't have to be as accurate. I mean, but when you get up there and you get a fill ball, like what I did this weekend, and toss one right in the ditch, it's like, I mean, you're not going to bowl. It's like, you're done. And I got another fill ball towards the end of that day, and I struck. So, but it's just, it was too little too late at that point. It's like, and then today, I remember, because Jorge struggled a little bit today. He figured it out a little bit at the end, but he came over and he told me, he said, "My bad, buddy. If I was throwing it well, then you would get your shot in warm-ups, because every match you played, everyone got a shot. You got 8 shots of warm-up on each lane. So if you got 8 guys on the team, everyone generally would take 2 shots. But again, the part of being with varsity is the guys that are going to get those shots are the guys that are bowling in the match. And so those 5 take their shots, and then they'll decide. They'll say, am I good, or can one of the other guys take a shot? And he came to me and he told me, I mean, if I was throwing it good, then you would get your shot, but I'm not. So he apologized, and I'm like, don't apologize, Jorge. If I kept the ball in the lane, I might be throwing a shot too. Like, it's not your fault I'm not getting my shot. Like, I threw it in the gutter. Like, it's just a little frustrating. But good news about a tournament like frustrating tournament like this is it's a quick turnaround. I mean, we head up to Purdue next weekend, and we go for the Boilermaker. I threw the ball decent at the Boilermaker last year. Wasn't anything special, but I threw it decently. I mean, and the amount of improvement I've made from a year ago to now is night and day. I've said it before on this. If you looked at a video of me bowling a year and a half ago versus right now, it looks like 2 completely different people. You wouldn't even think it's the same bowler. So a year and a half ago, or a year ago, I was in this tournament. I bowled, I think I bowled 1 game of traditional, and then I got subbed out, and I did not bowl. I had 1 fill shot in Baker the second day during match play, during bracket play, and I was subbed out. So I go from being on the bench on JV2 to being on varsity this year. Like, that is a huge improvement. Like, last year, 0% chance I was ever even going to get a look at varsity. And I just went to my first varsity tournament. I was talking to BMAC about it a little bit, I said, yeah, I didn't bowl, but I was there. I have proven enough to Dennis and the coaching staff that they're willing to give me a shot. Yes, obviously, me being in the position I am, my leash is like, well, that big. So I had to come out firing. I had to come out in warm-ups and brutalize that pocket to get me a shot in the starting five. Not even the starting five, just a shot of bowling today or yesterday, and I didn't do that. And that's on me. I take it as an opportunity lost, but I learned. I mean, I did it a little better today, and I realized real quick that I need to, when I'm on the bench, I need to stay loose. I need to do some knee hugs, some quick hops, some lunges, some stretches, because you never know when your name's going to get called. You never know when you're going to get an opportunity. So, and perfect proof of that is Daryl, Squirrel, whatever we want to call Zombrowski on the team. Shout out to him, because there was a couple of times this weekend that he got a field shot. He was standing right next to me behind all the other guys. He got a field shot and he buried the pocket. And then Dennis put him in. Like, those are the kind of things you have to do. If I would have done that, I might have gotten a frame, but I didn't. So, I mean, it's on me. Like, I realized pretty quickly that my role this weekend on the team was not going to be actually bowling the ball down the lane, but that's okay, because again, there's 8 guys on the team and only 5 guys bowl. So it became pretty clear, especially today, that I'm not going to be bowling. I might get a shot, who knows. So I told myself, I looked down for a second and I said, you know what? I'm going to take up a different role. I'm going to take up the energy role. I'm going to take up, I don't know if a vocal, maybe just a help keep guys in it type of role. Or a couple of guys, I mean, they threw a bad shot and they wanted to walk away, and I grabbed them and pulled them and turned them around, and I said, you're good, buddy. We're not machines. We're going to make mistakes. You're good. We got you. I believe in you. I trust you. Stay up here with the team. I got you. And I know during bracket play today, we lost our first matchup. And everyone was kind of down. And heads down. Nobody was really talking. And I went around to everyone on the team and I said, look, guys, we came here to win this event. The goal is still achievable. The goal was to win, and we were not eliminated yet. So I went through and I told him all that. Patted him on the shoulder, put my arm around him. I said, look, man, we still got a shot. It's not over. Don't put your head down. Don't think about the fact that we just lost. In my opinion, to a team that we shouldn't have lost to. I think in everyone's opinion, a team that we should not have lost to. But hey, it happens. So I just took that role and trying to be that positive light, that positive energy to hold people together and to cheer when guys get on a roll, and try and be loud and to provide that energy is what I was trying to do. I think I did well with it. I think from what the guys said that were on varsity the last 2 weeks, they said our energy was better. We were more together, more connected this week. And I know Jorge and Connor and a couple other guys on the team, they thanked me for what I was doing. They were like, I know you weren't bowling, but thanks for the role you played. And like, you came to me and said some things, and came to him and said some things. Just tried to hold people up and hold people's heads up. So for the guys on the team that watch that may not necessarily be bowling, there are other things you can do to help your team. Like, it's not just, if I'm not bowling, I'm just going to stand here and cross my arms and go sit down. Like, that's not what a teammate does. It's not, there's other things you can do. You can be a hype man. Someone fries out, you can go put your arm around them and say, hey, you're good. All right. Sometimes that's all people need to hear is when they're frustrated and frying out. It's just, you're good, man. Stay here. We got you. We trust you. There's no group of guys I'd rather go to war with on the weekends than this group we have here at McKendree. So hopefully next week's video will be a little more upbeat. Hopefully I'll be able to say we won something, or maybe I bowled well, or it's just not a very great video this week. But said next week we're actually out on the road heading up to the Boilermakers, like a 4.5 hour drive in a bus. It might be longer, I don't know, but probably start with the Wednesday night highlight again next week, and then we'll do a little recap video. I don't know if any of the girls on the team are making the trip up there, but if I can get someone to shoot some videos, I will. If not, hey, it is what it is. But appreciate everyone for listening, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it, whatever you got to do. But gotta get to some homework and get ready for class tomorrow. So my name's David J. That's what I had to say.